Dear viewers, welcome back to another inspiring chapter of SkilloVilla success stories. Today, we unravel the remarkable journey of a college student who turned into a data science pro. From BTech to mastering Python, data visualization, and machine learning, get ready to be amazed by Sahashiraj's transformation. Let's dive in. Hey, hi Sahashiraj.
Hi Shruti.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good as well, thank you. So, Sahashiraj, first of all, thank you so much for doing this interview with us. I mean, it's definitely going to be an inspiring thing for a lot of people who are going to watch it, and I'm sure they're definitely gonna get a clear picture of how to become a successful data scientist. So, before we dive deep into your online journey at SkilloVilla, let's first know about you. What's your academic background? How did you decide that you want to be a data scientist?
I did my bachelor's in BTech, Industrial Engineering and Management to be precise. So, as many know, it's not a technical background.
Mm-hmm.
So, the thing about joining data science, I started off with, I wanted to make an impact on like supply chain management. So, I joined Industrial Engineering. But the thing is, when the coronavirus hit and the COVID started, everything was in a panic. So, I didn't get much opportunities in supply chain. And also, the industry as it is, the data science was a booming job back in 2020. But the thing was, not many opportunities were given to like non-technical students. I guess that made me think about joining some data science course. Well, basically I started with like Udemy and stuff, YouTube. I went to many courses to start off. But the thing is, whenever you go through courses, it was like a typical thing. You go through them and you just forget them after a while. I guess that made me look for a professional course, like a professional platform where I can learn things.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's where SkilloVilla came, and I came across SkilloVilla when it was some college placement team. I guess it was regarding some upskilling. I got a mail, I guess, from college placement regarding SkilloVilla. So I contacted someone from SkilloVilla team. They explained me about it. There are insecurities, like I'm from a non-technical background. Will the companies hire me? Why will they hire me? There are like a lot of CS people, a lot of IT people,
Right.
And also I was a fresher. That's the thing. I know the more about data science I heard was companies don't tend to freshers initially.
Correct.
So yeah, I guess that's what started my journey at SkilloVilla.
Okay, great. So yeah, like you rightly mentioned, being a fresher coming from a non-technical background or not knowing about coding and everything, this is something that is like a biggest concern that every student face nowadays, and they kind of get confused. Will I be able to get the job? Will I be able to do it? And so forth. So we've built a platform in such a manner that students can easily understand the entire curriculum and everything, so that they do not lag behind and they do not feel underconfident if they are sitting with someone in the same place, someone who already has a technical knowledge. So the program will definitely helps them in building that kind of knowledge, so that ultimately they also compete with people who are already from a technical background. So Sahashiraj, did you also acquired on other platforms when you made up your mind that you want to do a professional data science course? Did you also go through other platforms as well?
Yeah, to be quite honest, I did a little bit of research on it. So
Okay.
I came through many platforms like Scalar and all those things. But the thing is affordability and being able to convince someone that you can deliver them. The person who spoke to me, Pranav, I guess, I still remember his name. He told me, like, I had an offer from Cognizant. So I was working as a DevOps engineer, so basically internship. So he told me that he could get me a better offer than that. Like, he made a kind of a promise thing kind of thing. So he made me that confidence. He told me that I was pretty inclined towards SkilloVilla from that, and there were people from other platforms reached out to me when I showed my interest in joining them. Affordability also played a role in that.
Yeah, definitely. Affordability is also one of the major key factors that plays when you have to decide if you want to do a course. Not everyone comes from a very wealthy background, can pay the lakhs of money into the course. So that is also kept in mind. Affordability is one major factor that students and as well as working professionals can invest this kind of money and get enrolled for the track. So let's now dive deep into your SkilloVilla journey. So as soon as you joined the SkilloVilla career track, how was your learning experience overall? What kind of unique features did you find in the curriculum?
I guess the curriculum, as compared to now, it was quite new, and it was quite well built actually. Starting from the basics also, the first one was Python. So the curriculum was designed in such a way that, the quizzes, the design were being from non-technical background and being a typical engineering guy, I used to like go through stuff, and also we spend our engineering days like just going through it and not caring about it. So I guess the curriculum helps with that. You can have quizzes after every lecture, every modules, and also quizzes in every module ask questions which can be only answered when you solve those questions. And the thing is, you don't want to score bad on them. So I guess that helped me work out a bit in Python and all those things. And also SQL was new to the curriculum. Actually, it was introduced in the last month. So I learned SQL in about 2 weeks. And it was quite better than my peers compared to like peers in CS background, all those things. So I guess it felt pretty good. Also, I've referred a lot of people judging by how I used to talk about data science, how passionate I was about doing data science. Like also people used to ask me where I picked it up from.
Okay, that's nice actually. Now I can see that what you're trying to say is that you can speak more confidently about those data science jargons, I would say, those technical terms. And if you are consistent with the entire curriculum, you've done your assignments, you've completed your modules on time and everything. So obviously you'll get the hands on all those technical terms, and communication is one key part to be a successful data analyst. Communication is something that you need to improve over the time, and then only you can communicate better to the clients and everyone. So since you mentioned about those assignments and quizzes and everything, apart from that, there are live classes that happens on weekends. I'm sure you've gone through those live classes as well. So can you give us a picture of those live classes, how those live classes used to be conducted, and what kind of industry experts used to come for the mentorship in the live classes?
As I told before, you can find quality content anywhere, but being able to practically know how these things are implemented in real life, you want to know how these impact your job, like day-to-day involves surrounding. I guess that live sessions and all those things played a very good hand in that. The industry experts, we got some people from Swiggy, also Facebook. I remember someone from HSBC also, I guess. They were able to practically explain us how these are done. Not just implementing, calling a module, implementing them, and also fitting a model, just finding out the results and accuracy scores. Not just that, just like practically explain them what they are working on, what industry they are in, and also how this can be impacted, like how this can affect this situation, all those things. We got a clear picture of how those things work. I guess they were confident about what they knew, and also they were able to explain it clearly. So I guess that was a helping point for us. There were a lot of people from non-technical backgrounds there, and it was very helpful in machine learning. So I guess in machine learning, we just call the model, fit the data into data set, and we did not actually get how the practical, like what the statistics behind the model was. They were able to explain it quickly and also in a very simpler manner, not using those typical data science jargons, as you said. So I guess that was very helpful in.
Okay, yeah, I mean, obviously, theoretical knowledge will limit you to some extent, but you have to understand how you can apply those theoretical part into practical world as well, because ultimately after the course you have to get the job. That is the main goal that you want to achieve, to be successfully placed in one of the good companies in the industry. These live sessions, I am wondering, those live sessions must be like very knowledgeable and practical, as you mentioned, that you get to understand, apart from what you are currently studying, what is happening in the industry and how you can apply those modules and all those things into the practical world. So that kind of insights you get from the live sessions. So what skill sets did you acquire from the program, like that you did not have previously, and now you confidently say these are those such industry relevant skill sets that actually is helping you in your current role as well?
Me being a certified data scientist from SkilloVilla, you get to know a lot about starting with Python, then moving on to data visualization in Python, pandas and all those things, dealing with data frames, dealing with huge amount of data and EDAs and all those stuff, which is basically related to Python. We get a lot of that, and also moving to statistics. Statistics plays a very important role. Anything involving data, you need statistics. You have to visualize things. You have to know the data. So I guess statistics also was part of the curriculum, and also machine learning was a very huge part of it. For people who didn't know machine learning, we had to start from basics also, like starting from what is machine learning, how it is made, like types of machine learning, all those things, and right to the deep neural networks and all those things, image classification, all those things. Yeah, I guess it was pretty good. And also in the end of the curriculum, we were introduced to SQL. SkilloVilla made a point to include stuff which companies were looking for. I guess SQL was an addition to that.
Alright, so let's now go towards your placement journey. Now you are certified data scientist, so now comes the time for the placement. So can you just explain us how was the placement process happened for you, and how was your overall experience with the placements?
My placements process started with a mock interview.
Okay.
So I was really tense. I was really nervous about the mock because, theoretically implementing all those stuff on your laptop, sitting idle in a corner and doing those things in your laptop and explaining it to someone who's been practically working on it is very tough and nerve-wracking. But, my mock interview, the first interview, they went really well actually. I was explaining him my project and he told me that the things which I have learned was much for a fresher who's from my non-IT background. That inspired me more, yeah, you can say. And also moving on to my first company, I got EXL service. So I had 3 rounds of interviews. I cleared all 3 rounds, and I was told I will get an offer from EXL, but the HR left, and there was like certain had not completed my bachelor's yet, and they wanted a quick joinee. So I think certain things happened, and also the economic condition. They were explaining some things, and they didn't finally end up making me an offer. But the thing was, I was happy that I cleared 3 interviews. I was happy about that. The second company, I guess it was MuSigma. So the company I'm currently working in, the thing that made me different from all the other candidates were I was able to practically place what I had learned, and also able to explain the problems they were solving and how differently it can be solved in my ways. And also, like Aman placement head, every interview I had, he used to call me up and ask me how it went, what more I can focus on, also tell me what questions were asked, so that other people keeping in interviews can also focus on those questions which can be asked. Yeah, I guess it was a very good experience. I had interviewed with like 4 companies, EXL Service, Momspresso, and MuSigma, and I guess Uber also was there, but I had already got into MuSigma, so I guess I was not eligible for that.
Yeah, so first of all, talking about the mock interviews is actually help you in preparing better before you go for the actual interview round with the HR and with the other industry experts from the companies. The mock interviews definitely are planned in such a manner that you get answers to all the questions. Apart from getting the answers, you should also understand what are the ways that you can actually answer those questions. Apart from knowledge, there has to be a way of answering the question. So all those communication and everything, definitely in all those aspects, mock interviews help you prepare. So going back to your curriculum, while studying you were doing this course, so I'm sure sometimes there were times you have your college assignments as well, you have these SkilloVilla assignments as well, and you have to manage those simultaneously. So how was your experience at that time? Did you reach out to the team, and did you get that kind of support from the team in case you have submitted late assignments or something like that?
SkilloVilla was very strict when it came to assignments. So if I was even a day late in submitting the assignment, I got a call from Abdul saying that you have not submitted an assignment. They were proactive in that. It was a really good thing. It made you quick on your feet. So I guess you had to do all your assignments. You have to complete it on time so that you don't get missed out on stuff. I guess that was really helpful. And also coming to the curriculum, I did my curriculum when I was in a final year of engineering. Initially when I joined SkilloVilla, I thought it would be difficult spending 3 hours here and also going to college, coming back home. I thought it would be tiring, but once you get a hang of it, learning things, it was quite interesting to learn about things which I was really interested in. So I spent a lot of time on this more than college, because in my 8th semester, there were not many classes that I found interesting. So I spent most of my time doing this Python assignments, Excel assignments, all those things. And so I was learning new stuff, also machine learning and all those things I used to try out. I remember the first thing, it was first a machine learning assignment. We were used to predict selling price of a used mobile. Then you go to websites and check out like how much your phone is going to be selling for. But being able to practically implement that in your using Python, it was pretty cool. And I used to sit on like 4 or 5 hours a day stretch and do all those things. And also the support was from the team was very helpful. We had like doubt resolution sessions every Saturday. Anything and everything apart from the topic, also everything was cleared by them. So I guess that was really helpful. And also the curriculum team, like they kept in contact with us. Every addition to the curriculum was informed to us. And also we had a Discord channel where if we had any doubt with the assignment or stuff, we could ask anyone in the cohort. So I guess that was very helpful.
Okay, we ensure that we have students as well, we have working professionals as well, and everyone is occupied with other stuff as well along with the course. So we all are humans, right? So sometimes it happens that we lose on track or maybe even not being able to do things on time. So we've ensured that our team reach out to you guys and give you the reminder that in order to complete your milestone, you have to submit this particular assignment where you are lagging, and if you do that, you will be able to complete your milestone, which is ultimately is going to help you in getting certified from the platform and then getting placed in your dream car. So as a final word, Sahashiraj, do you have any recommendation for all those data science and data analytics aspirants who wants to join SkilloVilla career track and wants to build their career as a data scientist?
Yeah, I guess a lot of people have reached out to me asking me about SkilloVilla and also asking me about the placement in SkilloVilla during these economic situations when you can't expect them to provide placement assistance like every day. You can't bring a company every day. So what I would suggest people is that keep upskilling yourself, because companies will come, companies will have requirements in future. So I guess SkilloVilla is a great place to start, great place to learn, and also a great place to explore new things. That would be my suggestion to people who are interested in data science analytics and also SkilloVilla. And also I have referred many people to SkilloVilla because I believe in them.
Thank you for referring people, and you are actually contributing to our mission, and so we are kind of trying to fulfilling the gap. Students actually who pass out from the college, graduates, do not get the right kind of opportunity because there are limited number of placements that happens in the college. The companies have limited requirements, and there are thousands of students who are applying for one particular position. So people who are not upskilling timely and are not sound career oriented to the companies, obviously they'll not take those companies and they lag behind. So this course is going to help them in upskilling in such a manner that you get industry relevant skill sets, you stay up to date with the industry trends, and what you are learning theoretically can also you understand how you can apply practically, learning from directly from the industry experts. So these things will definitely help you in becoming a successful data scientist. So thank you so much, Sahashiraj, for doing this and for giving such an honest and insightful interview. I'm sure a lot of students will be inspired from your journey and they'll get a clarity actually who are currently in the college and are not being able to understand or take decision what can they do and how they should start basically. So this video is definitely going to help them. So as a final word from my end is that like whenever you need any kind of assistance from SkilloVilla, you know that we are just a call away. Let us know.
Thank you, Shruti. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Sahashiraj.
Collaborate with the SkilloVilla community today.